Devin Haney, the 8th fighter in the four-belt era to become the undisputed champion of the world.
On another note, Oscar Dela Hoya said Tank versus Haney is the most exciting fight in boxing. What's your thoughts on him stating you versus Tank is the most exciting fight in boxing instead of Ryan Garcia, the fighter he promotes?
Haney is one of the most difficult fighters, most talented fighters out there today. He literally reminded me of a Floyd Mayweather.
What's your thoughts on that?
He know that Ryan don't even want to fight Tank. Ryan just talking. Ryan just using Tank for clout and publicity. Like that's what Ryan do. Ryan not gonna fight nobody. Ryan is the only person that will call out the top guys and then go fight a guy who just lost his last fight.
So you didn't think much of his fight with Fortuna? You think
Fortuna was coming off a loss. Ryan is the only person that does that in the lightweight division. Out of the top guys, he's the only one that fights guys that's coming off losses. A guy coming off a loss is always his biggest fight. Like Javier Fortuna was his biggest fight coming off of a loss.
Well, speaking of Ryan recently said belts don't mean shit. When Oscar De La Hoya was 23-0, he had already fought in 11 title fights. Ryan had fought in 0 title fights. Now when he's 23-0, Chavez recently came out and dissed Ryan, saying that he effed up in the head for making that statement. But do you feel like when fighters downplay becoming undisputed and the belts in boxing, that waters down the sport? You have Ryan Garcia, who recently,
because I mean,
is even Bernard Hopkins. I don't know if you heard Bernard, the first to ever become undisputed in the four belts era. He's even downplaying undisputed, which is so shocking to hear, because I'm pretty sure that's like every young kid dream is to become a champion, especially undisputed. If you could achieve that, that's a huge achievement, the biggest achievement a boxer can make. So what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I do think that, it's watering down the sport, watering down the belts. Like at the end of the day, like, kids look up to that. Like it was always a dream of mine to become champion. Like when I was little, like it's like a viral video of me like walking out with Zab and I was holding the Ring Magazine belt. And at that time, I didn't know what the Ring Magazine belt was. I just held it because it looked the best to me. I liked the way that it looked. So I was like, oh, I want to hold that one because it was like, it had colors and it was just like, I just liked the way that it looked. So like you think belts is everything when you're a little kid. Like, in the amateurs, you want to win belts. So when you get to the pros, like it seems so far out. But when you water it down, like it waters down our sport.
But I just feel that you and Devin is a super fight. It sells out the Staples Center. You make a fortune. But as I've said in every interview, if you get Tank or you get Pacquiao, I can't argue. If you don't, I think you should consider Devin Haney, personally, because I think it's a massive fight for massive money, and if you believe you can win...
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but then you should take the fight. If you don't get those other fights. But I respect you for chasing...
But if I do get it?
Oh, I respect you. And I say 100% that was the right move for you. But if you don't, I would like you to consider Devin Haney.
Okay, I will.
I got Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney... I mean, you see with Nakatani, Lopez had a little bit of trouble with that right hand over the top. I think Devin's even a little bit more craftier, obviously more craftier than Nakatani. I think Devin beats Teofimo. I think Teofimo has a great fight with Tank, but I still feel Tank beats him. I feel Devin beats Tank, and I beat Tank. I beat everybody.
Toughest challenge would be, I think, against Devin Haney.
On all the top lightweights, he makes the less money. You have the most followers, the most everything, but you make the less money. How does that make sense? How are you the money guy? He doesn't have a belt, and he makes the less money. They want to fight you. People want to fight him. With no disrespect, I like Ryan. Me and Ryan, we got a lot of history together, and I like him. But they want to fight you because they feel like you have followers, and you are the weakest link. That's what they feel. I'm not saying that it's true. We don't know who the weakest link is. We got to see. Everybody has to fight each other. But in reality, let's be real. Like, everybody needs to stop sugarcoating it, and let's be real. People want to fight him because they feel like he's the weakest link. Everybody wants to fight him because they feel like he has followers and he's the easiest fight. Let's be real. It's like a hidden secret, but nobody's trying to say it. It's the truth. That is the truth. That is why everybody wants to fight him.